Brilliant. So I have a question here from Raghav. He has recently moved on from his role in an IT company. It's a takeoff from what we already heard, but slightly different. So he talks about the fact that he's a little shy, and therefore, how do I start to sell my capabilities, my credibility out there? I don't have too many professional contacts, and I think the shyness is probably adding to his woes. Any recommendations for him?
Glad you asked this question because a lot of us, including me, are shy at times. It's not that we are extrovert all the time. And therefore, a couple of suggestions I would have. One, for a moment, don't worry about you being shy. Second is, don't try to oversell or hard sell yourself. So when you meet somebody, don't immediately launch into the fact that you're on your own and you can offer these services and this is what you do and are there any opportunities? Because then people or organizations back. Just be yourself. But when you network, reach out to people. Just say hello to them and how things are. When you go to a conference or one of these forums that I talked about, make sure that you carry some visiting cards. Make sure you say hello to people, leave your contacts with them. If they do ask you what you do, make sure you have a short but not overbearing answer on them. Make sure that you don't try and do too many things. So try and leave people with maybe one or two offerings that you do.
Right.
Because remember, you're the only person, and one person cannot be God. You cannot be everything to everybody. So if you're good, let's say at executive coaching, say this is what I do. If you're good on running leadership workshops, say this is what I do. And leave that message with them. And believe me, sooner or later, people will come back to you. As for building contacts, all of us, you may not have hundreds of contacts, but I'm sure you have some contacts out there. Start with those. So if you, for example, log into a social media platform, reach out to contacts of contacts, or who are the contacts who are willing to help you. And you will soon find that even though you have a limited number of contacts, they will be the source of business.
So if I can then summarize for you, Raghav, it's not necessary for you to depend on your professional contacts. What I hear Mohan say is dig into your personal relationships.
Absolutely.
And 6 degrees of separation is what will really work for you.
Great.
So invest in those relations, invest in getting to know people through relationships that you're already comfortable with.
And you know, sometimes I get this feedback from people that only if you are a good salesperson and you know how to talk well, you can break free. Not necessarily true at all. End of the day, I think if you're just yourself, you reach out to organizations, tell them what you do, and do that well, the customers will come. So you don't have to be that, you know, number one salesman to build jobs for yourself.
So look, I'm not really sure that, but I want to bounce an idea off you. For someone like Raghav, or some of the other participants you've heard earlier, so uncomfortable, shy, no contacts, is it a good idea for them to break free together, which is double up strengths, partner with someone, probably not go down the journey alone, but do it as a pair?
I think that's a wonderful idea. There's one thing that I did was because I work over Bangalore, and sometimes you may find similar-minded people in other cities.
Right.
So you can form an informal network, and you can say that if somebody known to you in the network finds an organization that needs somebody like me in Bangalore, then pass on the lead to me, and vice versa. So therefore, you're sort of casting your marketing net wider. The second thing you can do is get out there onto the internet. There are platforms that help put professionals and organizations together.
Right.
Reach out to them. Make sure that you put your profile onto them and diligently follow up with those platforms. And you will inevitably find that they will be generating leads, generating possible opportunities for you. For example, even at Kelp HR, I do find a lot of such opportunities coming in. And nothing prevents you from registering yourself, making sure that you look at these opportunities, and within a short period of time, you'll find yourself in line for fulfilling some of these opportunities.
So there you go, Raghav. Get yourself an ally. An ally could be a buddy, a shadow, a like-minded person or just a marketplace like Kelp. You don't have to go down this journey on your own.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.